Hey everyone, I'm Konstantinos and this is Konstantinos Tech. It's been a little while, so let's dive into it. Today I'm going to be comparing the second generation AirPods Pro 2 with the Beats Fit Pro. And I'm going to spoil the conclusion right up front. The AirPods Pro 2 are better in every single category except for one, and that's the gym. I know that these are not new headphones. The Beats have been out for over 2 years, and the AirPods Pros have been out for, I think, a year now. But I got tired of the Pros falling out of my ears at the gym, so I picked up the Beats when they're on sale. Let's talk about a few features of each one. The AirPods have what I think is probably the best bang for your buck noise canceling, a top tier transparency mode, which also has an adaptive transparency mode, which smartly lowers the volume of sounds that could be penetrating the speakers. Voice detection, spatial audio, and all of these have been incredibly upgraded because of the new H2 chip, something that the Beats only have the H1 chip in. The AirPods also have a new U1 chip, which basically mimics the functions of an AirTag. So you can use the Find My feature and ping your headphones. As for battery, the AirPods can hold the charge up to 6 hours in the individual headphones and up to 30 hours total in the case. They also sport an IPX water resistance for both the headphone and the case, which is great if you're active with them. They do have wireless charging, something that the Beats do not have, and you can even use your Apple Watch charger to charge them. As for the price, they are a little bit steep. They start at $250 for the second generation Pros, but you can almost always find them at a discount. I found mine at Best Buy for $199, and I think that since I bought, they've gotten even cheaper. Something else worth mentioning is that you actually have volume controls on the stalks of the AirPods, and you can customize it so you can use a Siri quick action button or even change the feature like noise cancellation or adaptive transparency mode. One huge pro for the Pros, no pun intended, is the fact that each headphone has two vents, which is supposed to alleviate pressure so you can wear them for longer. I feel like I can wear these earphones much longer and more comfortably than any other earbud that I have. And the last two things I'll mention, the microphones on the AirPods Pro 2 are just so good. I will almost exclusively use them when taking a phone call if I'm not on speaker, and I would rather use these than take a phone call just holding up my phone regularly. Now let's move on to the Beats Fit Pro. The main benefit of these earphones is that they have a built-in wingtip that locks into your ears for a really tight and secure fit. They also have built-in programmable buttons just like the AirPods, so you can do a voice assistant, change the volume, or change modes. Similar to the AirPods, they also have noise canceling and transparency mode, but since it has the H1 chip, it's not the same level as the AirPods. As for battery, you can get 5 hours on each earbud and a total of 24 hours in the case. The case is also IPX4 water resistant. And speaking of the case, it's a lot bulkier than the AirPods case, but again, if it's for the gym and you throw it in your gym bag, that's okay. As for price, these start at $200, but just like the AirPods, when they go on sale, you can find a pretty good discount. I picked the yellow highlighter version because I think they're kind of flashy and cool, and I got them for I think $129 at Best Buy. They don't have wireless charging, which isn't a huge deal for me. What is more important is that they have USB-C, something that kind of has to be a standard across the board now. A huge benefit with the Beats is that they are a lot more user-friendly if you have an Android. It's a lot more cross-platform friendly. With the Beats app on Android, you can mimic the feature of having the automatic pairing with any device, something that's really important for somebody that switches devices pretty frequently. As for the sound, they do get a little bit louder and they are a bit punchier on the bass, something that is always awesome in the gym. And one last thing to note, the microphones just aren't nearly as good as the AirPods, but you're not supposed to take calls in the gym. All right, now that we talked about a couple of the features, let's go test them out. I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not a runner, but let's give it a shot. I'm going to start it off with the AirPods Pro 2, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm about 2.5 hours into the run. Actually, no, it's only been 4.5 minutes, but I figured I'd take a second and just talk about how, these headphones, even from the get-go, they're just so comfortable. They're great. But as you start to sweat, they loosen a little bit, so they're not as good because of that. Hence the reason I bought the Beats. We have to do an obligatory head shake test as well. Almost lost my glasses, but the AirPods stayed in. Let's go a little longer and see how we do. The AirPods have not fallen out. We're about halfway, so let's switch them up. Okay. So I've been running for a few minutes with the Beats, and now, right off the bat, the fit is just so much more secure. This will be a good mic test as well. And the bass is a bit punchier, so I like it. I don't typically use transparency mode or noise cancellation when I am running, so those features don't really apply. But it depends what activity you're doing. You may use it if you're weightlifting, for example. But so far, so good. Almost there. We survived that long and treacherous run, but I made a cardinal sin. When I switched between the AirPods and the Beats, I paused my run, I forgot to restart it. So it could have been a mile or it could have been 20, we'll never know. Actually, it was about 1.5 miles, it wasn't too much. Like I said at the start of the video, the AirPods Pro 2 are just the best in my book. Are there other headphones in this segment that are better, have better sound quality or noise canceling? Sure. But for somebody that's entrenched in the Apple ecosystem, and for somebody that is very sensitive to how comfortable that they are to how long they can use earbuds for, the AirPods Pro 2 are just so good. But the whole point of this video is that they're not the best at one thing. That's the gym and any form of exercise, really. The security that the wingtip provides in your ear when you're exercising edges out the pros in that one category, which is a huge category by my standards. So if you use headphones for running, boxing, weightlifting, calisthenics, whatever it may be, for that extra bit of security, go with the Beats Fit Pro. What I really wish that the next iteration for the Beats would be is the Power Beats with the full ear hook, updated with USB-C and the H2 chip. That would be an instant buy, and probably a top tier headphone overall. So I'm gonna keep rocking both of these. The AirPods Pro 2 every day, and the Beats Fit Pro at the gym. If you like this video, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe. This is Konstantinos with Konstantinos Tech. Thanks for tuning in.